All right, guys, what's up? It's Adam coming back to you with another episode here of the Investor Boardroom. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the differences between a syndication, which is what my team and I put together, versus investing in a fund or in a REIT that invests in multifamily. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's show, just want to ask a quick favor. Do us a solid, go ahead and like this video. If you get anything out of it, hit that like button for us. Share the show if you get any value with somebody that you think may also benefit from it. And also, if you get value from today's video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way, every single time we put out new content moving forward, you'll be notified about it. So the idea here today is we're going to be talking a little bit, like I said, about syndication versus REITs and funds. So this video, if you already know that you want to be investing in commercial real estate, in specifically the multifamily asset class of commercial real estate, but you're really trying to distinguish the difference between those two types of investments, that being a syndication versus a fund or a REIT, then this is going to be a really good video for you. So what I'll start out talking about is the REIT or the fund structure of investing in multifamily. So when you're investing in a REIT or a fund, what's taking place is you are investing into the fund or into the REIT itself. They are essentially pooling all of the investment capital that comes in, and then they're taking that capital out to the market and they're deploying it and they're acquiring assets. So when you're investing into a REIT or a fund, you're going to have your money essentially sprinkled across multiple assets. That should, in theory, help to mitigate your risk slightly, okay? When you're invested in multiple things, one of those deals goes south, the other investments still are there to essentially buoy your returns, right? You also, though, from a counterpoint there, you are also kind of limiting your upside. So you have one deal that is really a home run or a grand slam, but the other deals are essentially all singles, then the returns that you would see you wouldn't have that same kind of upside potential. When you're investing into a REIT or a fund, you also have very limited visibility into the actual investments that the REIT or the fund are making. So you may have your cash spread out essentially across 4 or 5 different assets, but you may not really know what exactly those assets are, where they're located, and so for some people, they're really not comfortable with that sort of a structure. Okay, now when you're investing in a syndication, what winds up happening is you're investing in an opportunity in and of itself. So when somebody invests with my team and I, we have some preliminary conversations to make sure that we are a good fit for one another. And once we determine that we are able to provide them with the investments and the types of returns and the security that they're looking for, then we start showing them actual deals themselves. So we invest all over the Southeast. So some of our investors, they like our deals in Florida, let's say. They may be invested in multiple deals in Florida, but they may not like parts of South Carolina. So they may choose to sit on the sidelines and not come into that South Carolina deal. So our investors have absolute 100% transparency into the individual properties that they are investing in with our team. Gives them a little bit more visibility. Now, because they're investing in one deal by itself, they may have a little bit more risk. That is one of the reasons that they have that full transparency, right? Is they're able to weigh that risk out a little bit more on their own. Because they're investing in one asset, they also have some higher upside in that as well. So if you're trying to understand a little bit about the differences between those two, really quick from a high level perspective, those are some major differences between a REIT and a fund or a syndication like my team does. That's it for us for today, guys. I hope you found this information valuable. Our objective here on this channel is to share information that will make you a better investor, a better real estate investor, and ultimately help you get one step closer to the goal of financial freedom. Hit that like button, subscribe. Have a good one.